Roadhog is one of the most disliked tanks in Overwatch, and it's clear that Blizzard doesn't really know what to do with him. Over a year ago, Hog was reworked with Pigpen and changes to his primary, secondary fire, and take a breather. The bulk of those changes have been reverted, and now him, along with Lifeweaver and Sombra, are planned for reworks within 2026. It's clear right now with how they're balancing Hog and Sombra that they're just on damage control until these reworks come out. Seeing as Sombra, the worst DPS in the game, got hit with even more nerfs, and Hog is just getting his damage either up and down, up and down. These characters are just waiting for the reworks. Honestly, I'm not too confident with Blizzard and reworking characters. Most of the reworks in Overwatch 2 have been reverted. Mercy back in Season 2, reverted. Mei back in Season 4, reverted. Hog, reverted. Sombra, I don't even know what they're doing with Sombra at this point. She's had like 3 reworks, I'm pretty sure. The only successful rework that they have had that I can remember right now is Pharah. So I'm not all too confident on them getting these next round of reworks right when their history shows otherwise. Also, I dislike the discussion around Sombra and Hog saying that these characters should just be deleted, they want them dumpstered, they shouldn't be playable characters. That is not productive conversation. That doesn't help anybody. There's still heroes in the game and people like playing these heroes. So part of the rework is keeping their core identity, and we're going to really lean into Hog today. Why do people dislike Hog? One, he is the most selfish tank in the game. His heal only affects himself. I'm not talking about perks here, I'm talking about base kit. His heal only affects himself. He takes a lot of resources. He has no shield. The only way he can mitigate some damage is when he's in the middle of his breather. So on top of taking all the resources from other supports, he's really only helping himself, and if he's not getting kills to this hook, he's completely useless. He's throwing. And getting hooked, on the other hand, does not feel good. You get hooked, you get shot, it feels like there's nothing you could have done to prevent that after you got hooked, depending on the hero that you're playing. Like if you're Zen, you get hooked, you're over. Just drop the controller, step away from the keyboard for a few seconds because you're dead. That's what it feels like most of the time. Other tanks that have no shield have another form of mitigation to help the team. Queen has her shout. Malga's haha has his damage resistance for everybody in his circle. Meanwhile, Doom and Ball are hyper mobile and displace tanks and other players way more easily than Hog can. He's not fun to play against, and he's not fun to play with. So how do we fix this? I think we make Roadhog lean into his displacement aspect. His hook is fun, so let's buff the hell out of hook. Extend its range, maybe even give it a curve. The hook needs to be stronger. Maybe not the curve, but you throw a hook and you could hook someone like 5 feet behind you. Or if you hook someone and you cancel it mid, it launches that player somewhere. The stronger hook, one of his setbacks is that his shotgun is no longer a shotgun. It's a mid-range gun. His secondary fire is a projectile that does splash damage. Meanwhile, up close, you don't do as much damage as you would mid-range for both primary and secondary fire. And maybe if you're close enough, you could even give him some ability to knock an enemy back. If they're within, say, 5 meters, you hit the enemy with your gun, they go back a few meters. So if you're against the wall, you could stun them and then you could kill them, because Hog actually has to work for that kill. Alt stays the same. I feel like that works perfectly with this new Hog that we have going on. Take a breather. I think either we make the gas cloud base kit, or we change it into something similar to Malga, where everybody in his range gains damage resistance as he's in the middle of his breather. Maybe it even leaves a cloud after his breather that people can use for 3 seconds as damage resistance to provide some kind of utility for the team, some kind of damage mitigation. So this new playstyle of Hog, we have Hook, that's a lot stronger, but you're more reliant on your team to secure the kill. So that way it's not you doing all the work and feeling like you're either unstoppable or just completely useless. You're hooking people a lot more, and your teammate needs to follow up on those hooks, because you can no longer one-shot. If you hook somebody and they're very low on health, yeah, you're going to kill them. But if they're full health, you're no longer going to be able to kill them right away. There's going to be some kind of counterplay. If there's somebody in the distance 15, 20 meters away from you, you want to try to get them out of position. You want to try to shoot at them with your normal gun. If they go behind cover, use your secondary fire to lure them out, hook them, and then let your team take care of it. Or in some cases, just completely throw them off the map. I feel like this new Hog that we have going on is a lot more team oriented and also more powerful if you're working together as a team versus current Hog, where it's completely dependent on the user. For now, if a Tracer gets hooked, she could actually get out of there. There's counterplay to getting hooked now. If you're a soldier, you could just run behind cover and hopefully your team bails you out, where instead you would just be shot and meleeed and just die. There's actually counterplay to it, and it also makes other matchups feel a little bit better. Like versus Malga, you no longer hook him directly into you, you hook him into the back of your team. You have 3 or 4 people shooting at him, he's gonna explode. Or hook him straight into your Ana, anti-nade him, sleep him, and take care of him. That's just my idea on how we could change change Hog, it's clear that something big needs to change in his kit, and I think Blizzard is aware of this because I really hope we don't have another scenario where the rework is active for 2 months and then they revert it back. Anyway, let me know what you guys think down below. How do you think we should fix Roadhog? What do you think Blizzard should do? Was my idea good? Was it bad? Again, let me know how you would change Hog. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one.